Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you all to the Town of Barnstable Board of Health meeting for Tuesday, October 24th. Roll call, please.
Yes, Tom Lee,
Present.
Dr. Guagnoli. Here. Dr. Leskow,
Here.
Dr. Caniff,
Here.
John Norman,
Here.
Dr. Waller. All right, everyone's present.
Thank you for that. This meeting of the Board of Health is being recorded and broadcast on the Town of Barnstable's Government Access Channel in accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20. The chair must inquire whether anyone else is recording this meeting, and if so, to please make their presence known. Is anyone else recording this meeting? Seeing none, thank you so much. On to the agenda of the day. The first item on the agenda was proposed regulation draft policies. We've been asked by legal to continue this to our November 28th meeting so that they could continue to draft some comments and revisions for us. So with no objection, we'll continue that to our November 28th meeting. Next item on the agenda is variance septic. This was continued from September 26th. This also was requested to be continued to our November 28th meeting. Dan Ojala just asked for some more time to line up some of the items and issues that we had gone over with them and given them. So with no objection, we'll continue that on to the 28th meeting. And so that brings us to our next item on the agenda, secondary
Excuse me.
treatment. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Sharon.
I'm sorry. I think our meeting's the 28th.
Is
that
it
right?
28th? What did I say?
20th.
Did I? I'm sorry. Apologize. The 28th, November 28th, Tuesday is our next meeting. Thank
Question
you for
about
that.
number 1B, do you want us to put that onto the agenda for November as well?
Yeah, we'll do both of them at the same time. That'll allow people to review that too.
Because I don't think DEP is going to budge on allowing us to put in holding tanks.
Yeah, so we may,
From what I went to a meeting at the county and asked that question directly and was told no.
yeah, so we may end up instead, I think, well, we'll talk about it later, but, okay. The next item on the agenda then is secondary treatment unit, STU Microfast. Michael Pimentel, JC Engineering, representing 289 East Bay Road, LLC owner, 289 East Bay Road, Osterville, Mass., map and parcel 163-014. Is anyone here representing Michael Pimentel? Come on up and give us the rationale.
Good evening, guys.
There's just, the little green light should be on, push, and then state your name.
Do I have to hold it while I talk?
No, once it's on, it's on.
Oh, that's good. Technology, huh? I'm Paul Mazzola, GCI Builders. I'm the builder on record for this project, 289 East Bay. Michael Pimentel has got some personal issues. He couldn't make the meeting. So I am a licensed builder. I am not a licensed fast septic system designer. I brought Tony here. He's the installer for George Companies. And if we can answer any questions that do come up, we will do our best to answer that.
Thank you for that. This is a public hearing. If there's any members of the public that would like to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. Staff?
This project has no variances needed or required. We have no objections to the request to put in an IA system. Thank you.
Thank you for that, staff. Members of the board, any comments, questions? Tom Lee?
Microfast is pretty common in terms of the IA systems. The only question I have, when I look at the assessors, the information is that it's a 5-bedroom, and you are permitting for 4-bedroom. I just want to make sure that you are asking for 4 bedrooms on your permit.
The septic is designed for 5-bedroom, correct?
4.
Oh, it is. Then that's what the permit is. Yeah. 4-bedroom
What I'm saying
septic.
is the assessor's record is 5, and you're asking for 4. That's why I'm asking the question.
If that's what Michael Pimentel has on that application, that's what I'm asking for. I was under the impression we were going for a 5-bedroom septic, but if you're saying this, the application is stating for 4-bedroom, then I will.
It is for 4.
Slide to.
Everything on the plan says 4-bedroom.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. I figured I'd sneak that in there with that, you know.
I can't hurt a guy, can't blame a guy for trying.
Hey, you know.
We don't object to microfast systems. Why do we make them come here?
Just Board of Health regulation, all alternative and technology systems have to be approved by the board.
Yeah.
So there's no variances with this, but they do have to come in and ask us permission to put I know, it's DEP.
It's also because we have a local ordinance written way back when Sue Rask was on the board The board can require additional monitoring beyond what the state minimum requirements are for monitoring. So that's why we bring them to the board. If this Board of Health is satisfied with the minimum testing requirements and monitoring for this project, I think that's what they're asking for, then it's fine. That's fine with staff as well. Thank you.
See, this application says
There's no way to
that the
streamline.
subject lot
Requires local approval.
is so many square feet in size and has an existing four-bedroom, single-family home.
Correct.
Anyone else?
Are they gonna use this year-round, or?
They're like a three-season family. They come and go. They got a lot of kids in and out. Somebody's always at the house.
Fast system, they have to run that fan continually, right?
Yeah,
I mean, even if they're not there.
Yes.
yeah.
Anyone else? Comments, questions?
Move to approve.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Next item on the agenda, this is a deadline extension to repair septic. Marcos De Silva, owner, 155 Hillside Drive, Centerville, map parcel 193-018. Phase 1 of sewer, requesting to extend the deadline to repair septic until able to connect to sewer. Estimate, it would be around approximately 2027. Come on up.
Hi, guys.
Hey, give us the rationale.
Uh-huh.
Give us the rationale. Tell us why we should do this.
I bought this house for my mom. So I only have like 2 people living there. And the homeowner actually was going to do the septic. But because price is the way things are, we kind of had to add this on. And for me to try to connect twice, with septic being, I find out that I was going to do the sewer in a couple of years, 3 years after, to do the extension. I would like to see if I can pump more often or do something like that until I connect so I don't have double expensive, That's, that's really why I'm trying to save some money, not to spend where maybe we could save. That's really why we.
Okay, thank you for that. This is a public hearing. If there's any members of the public that would like to speak on this item, seeing none, close the public hearing. Staff?
Health staff has no objections. Seeing how sewer is 3 to 4 years away and the liquid level is above the invert in the leaching, we suggest that the homeowner needs to make sure he pumps the system as often as necessary to prevent any overflows or backups. And I don't know how often that would be. It would depend on the usage. So maybe once a year, I'm not sure.
How would the
It would be a guess.
homeowner know?
It'll come bubbling up into your...
Yeah, just don't allow it to overflow on the ground. Make sure it's
Yeah.
pumped.
Yeah, the way I keep.
Have you had any overflows situations?
No,
It's-
so the
it's-
time that we close to now, I keep an eye to see,
Right.
where it's going. So
So
far, it's
it-
been good, I think.
It failed the
once a
septic
year.
inspection, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
So there might have been 6 people living in the home previously that overtaxed it, but now that there's 2 living in there, it's probably operating good enough if you haven't had any backups. Have you had it pumped since you've been there?
No,
Okay.
no.
Thank you for that, staff. Any board members, comments, questions?
Did you go buy the house?
Me personally, no.
I did, and the house, when you go there, you go up a hill, you go into Hillside Drive and take a right. Hillside Drive, this house is like 2 houses away from Wequacket Lake, and it's 75 feet from a pond. So when you go in there, you go up a hill, and the house is way down a hill this way, and the lake's over here. So I don't know how you're gonna, if you're gonna have problem with the septic, running down and getting into the little pond, and then it drains all into the lake on Johnson Lane. There's a big culvert that goes off that hill. So I think it ought to be looked into a little more. And I did go by the house twice, and there were 2 cars down, you get down the hill, there's a parking lot, a driveway to the right of the house. There were 2 cars in there and 3 on the top of the hill. And across the street was a huge boat It's got nothing to do with it, but it's just a huge boat on a steep hill, held by a couple of blocks behind it. I didn't want to go back again, but, so I think there's, you know, I don't know what to say. I mean, you'd hate.
As long
to-
as, if the inspection was hydraulic failure, it was less than 6 inches below the invert. So I
Well,
think
I'm gonna
maybe
let you
Tom,
guys handle that, and I don't,
would you be opposed if we asked staff to maybe just schedule just an on-site inspection, just to kind of walk around and look in the area of the septic leaching to see if it's like, you know, wet and mushy and, because then we would probably want you to pump it every 6 or 7 months, you know, to keep ahead of it. But
For me, it's whatever we, we have to do.
is that something staff might be able to do, Tom?
Yeah, I can check. Yes, I can check to see if the ground is moist in that area, but
Yeah, just grab the as-built and just
Yeah.
look
But
in the general
pretty
area
sure
where the
looking-
leaching is and just see if there's any hydraulic failure, evidence of it.
Should we ask for there to be at least a once yearly pumping, or?
Yeah.
Once yearly pumping is not.
I don't, would you have any objection if we put a condition on that you pump it once a year?
No,
Between
not
now
at all.
and the time you hook up to sewer?
Not at all. And we dig to get access to the field, to see how it is. It's open there. It's pretty dry, the land there, I don't see anything wet there or condition like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've
but
seen septic systems failed conditionally under Title V with staining.
Oh, okay.
You know, the actual water level's not high enough, but because they were staining at one time, they'll fail it, because
okay.
that's the criteria the state sets. So a lot of times the inspector's hands are tied. They have to go by the criteria. So the main thing is just hydraulic failure. As long as you don't have a mushy, wet area where the leaching is, or no backups into the house, that would be our biggest concern as a health department board.
I'll be okay pumping every year for sure, send, some proof to the Board of Health that I'm doing that,
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we'd drop it off or mail it into the staff, and they'll, put it into your file for the property. So if, for some reason, sewer gets extended, because I'd like to put a deadline on this of 2007. So if 2007 sewer's not available, we would probably just ask that you come back in and just, 2027, what did I say?
27.
Yeah, I'm a little bit, 2027, I get my numbers mixed up. That, we keep track of it. We don't just kind of lose track of you, especially with such a sensitive area.
That sounds good to me.
And ultimately, it is the homeowner's responsibility to keep it pumped.
Yeah.
If the board orders every year, you don't just do it once a year. If there's a problem, you, of course, take it upon yourself to pump
Right.
more often.
Right.
Don't wait for us to tell you, please.
Yes, I normally do that every year, anyway,
Great, and just turn in the receipts, when you get the receipt from the pumper, just scan a copy of it and email it into the health department, and with a notation on it that this property, has been given a extension for the repair.
All right, that sounds great.
Does that sound good, Sharon? Did you get all that, Sharon?
I did, thank you.
It was coming fast and furious, thank you. Any other members of the board, comments or questions?
Yeah, my comment was, we had someone off the old stage, like in between 28 and where this house is, and we said septic wasn't going up that way. So I'm just curious.
Sewer,
Sewer.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, so but it's going all the way around Waquacket?
Believe eventually,
Because if
that's
it's-
phase
I mean,
one,
how do you
right?
get- It's kind of hard to.
Not all the way,
Hard to
some-
imagine going up
Yeah.
there but not going on old stage.
Yeah, it won't go up the whole stage, but Lake Quacket has two stages. The south side's phase one, and the north side is phase two. But
they're-
this is in between, yeah.
Okay, but they're not going up old stage right next to that.
No, they're going up. phase-
Underground flow. Because
Yeah.
from that side, it doesn't flow into the pond.
Right, so it's to protect the lake, so, okay,
It's like what they had up at Shum.
yeah.
They drilled all the hydraulic drill points, and then they realized it was actually all heading away from that pond.
Subel, yes.
Subel, that's right.
Yeah.
Subel Pond. Sorry, don't mean to take you down.
No, no.
Okay, any other comments, questions, members of the board? I would entertain a motion to approve the extension to 2027 with the condition that it gets pumped annually.
So moved.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? One. Dr. Caniff was opposed. So you're all set. It's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
The next item on the agenda, new septic installer, Brian Webster from Hamden, Mass. Sharon, did he pass the test and give you the references?
He passed the exam.
And references you checked up, all set?
Yes, thank you.
Anyone else need to speak on this installer's license? No? Members of the board, any comments, questions?
Yep.
Motion to approve installer's license for Brian Webster.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. That's unanimous.
Going back to the previous one, what month in 2027? Did you say a month?
I did not, I just, you know,
Can we
it can
just
be,
say-
it can be November of, or October of
Yeah,
2027.
okay. We'll say October 31st, okay.
Yeah, I just don't want it to slip away, so if you want to stick something in a file that they got to come back here if sewering's not
Okay.
readily available, thank you so much. Next item on the agenda, this is a temporary event, food permit. Sonny Feldman, Amplified People of Color. Cape Cod is requesting a temporary food permit for the event Amplified POC Holiday Vendor Market at Sturgis Building, 529 Main Street, Hyannis, on Saturday, December 9th from 2 to 6. Good afternoon.
Hi there, good afternoon. So you covered everything. We will have 2 food vendors this year. This isn't the first time we've done this event, but it's the first time we're adding food vendors. So it's at the Sturgis Building. Out front, we'll have a tent with the food vendors. One is Mobile Munchies, who I believe has submitted her application to you already. And then the other is Duck Island Shellfish Company. He has not submitted his application yet, has told me he's doing that this week. But I have some information from him to share with you, and I have it written down for each of you. Would you like me to pass it out first or after? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter, you can pass it on now, sure.
Yes.
So it's coming your way, but I'll go over it. So Duck Island Shellfish Company is going to be shucking oysters for us. They have a trained handler. He's going to have a refrigerator and ice to keep oysters below 41 degrees, also a generator for any electricity issues. Oysters will be shucked on demand and placed on ice immediately, and they'll be served by food handlers placed on disposable serving dishes. And he has his portable hand washing station set up, and the serving staff will have gloves when they're handling the oysters. Any questions?
This is a public hearing. If there's any members of the public that would like to speak on this item, come forward. Thank you so much for that. Staff, any comments or questions?
We have no objections. On this floor plan, just a question, where are the hand wash stations?
Behind where the food vendors are. So we just put one spot. Do you want me to point it out to you on there?
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong plan. I'm looking at the tables and bathrooms and kitchen area. This is the outside area, okay. Within 5 feet of food vendors. Okay, thank you. That's good.
Great.
Thank you for that, staff. Members of the board, any comments or questions?
Where's the tent, in the parking lot behind?
No, Sturgis has a patio out front of their building. It's a really lovely patio right on Main Street, so it'll be right on the patio.
That's not very wide.
It's actually pretty big. I think it's almost 30 feet and longer.
Kidding.
Yeah.
I always remember coming down Main Street, you have to stop with the kids going across.
Well, it's the old Wings building. It's not Sturgis High School.
Oh,
It's
it's not the high school?
no, no,
Oh.
no. They have they purchased the old Wings store.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's the big parking lot there.
That wings.
Some Columbos.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a neat spot. We hope you come. Consider this an invitation.
Any other members with traffic comments or concerns?
Yep.
Entertain a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous.
Thank you. Hope to see
Good
you
luck,
there.
enjoy.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Have a nice event. Next item on the agenda, Antonia Stevens, Hyannis Public Library, representing the food event Venom Conhir Swa Futa. They're having an event at the Hyannis Public Library, 401 Main Street, Hyannis. Good
I already
afternoon.
had to do this for the liquor permitting too, so I've been practicing the title of this event. So I'm Antonia Stevens, I'm the director of the library, and we are, you may or may not know, we are in the middle of a capital campaign, and we want to have an event that's specifically focused on the Brazilian community, just to let them know all the ways that they can use this new space and ask them for their ideas of what they would like to see there, so that it's a useful resource for our whole community. And this event will have presentations by me. We're having a photography display, and we would like to have Brazilian appetizers, and we're having refreshments. And so we are getting those appetizers from the Mayflower Bakery. And you should have the layout. I've got behind my circulation desk, that will be where my hand washing station is that I've secured from Love Live Local. And then the food will be in 3 areas right on that circulation desk. All the staff that are there are served safe, and I have my allergen as well. And I have a tip-certified bartender who will be serving the drinks. And we have several chafing dishes with the sterno to have the food in to keep it hot, and the desserts will be kept in our refrigerator until about an hour into the event, when we will bring those out and remove the cheese, so that nothing is in the danger zone for more than 2 hours.
Great, thank you for that. This is a public hearing. If there's any members of the public that would like to speak on this item, seeing none, close the public hearing. Staff?
I'm looking at the menu. Where are these deep-fried foods, where are they cooked, actually?
They are cooked at Mayflower Bakery.
Mayflower Bakery?
Yeah, that's on 28. There's like where the Cape Cod 5 Bank is, there's a little plaza to the west of that, and that's Mayflower Bakery's in there, along with Vittoria
Yeah,
and
we have
American
no
Tile.
we have no objections.
Okay, thank you for that, staff. Members of the board, comments or questions? Seeing none, I need to entertain a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve this item. All those in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
And you are also invited to that event.
Thank you so much.
John, you should drag this one out.
It's like trying to set a record. Of course, I lost my second page.
We don't have the minutes, right?
No, here it is. And the last item on the agenda, minutes. We don't have minutes to review. Man, we are striking out today. No other comments or questions. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So, second?
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. We appreciate